What I really want to do is discuss the significance of participation within the contemporary media landscape. I'm going to draw on some examples of performance and, I suppose, participation in both YouTube and Twitter. I think when we think about what YouTube is now and where its value comes from, we need to realize that that value was co-created by both YouTube Inc. and all of the users who made use of the site. You know, it's the fact that a bunch of people came to the site and dragged it in the different directions that it's been dragged in, that YouTube is a valuable thing. You know, and this is true when we think about Twitter. You know, it's instant messaging, and increasingly it's being talked about as a site for search. Well, none of these things were necessarily imagined or baked into or created by Twitter itself. Many of these uses and potentials were developed by people making use of the site. Be they amateurs in their bedroom, be they people in the audience, be they me, if you like. You know, it's the way that all of us make use of this site, often without a sense of what everyone else is doing, you know, that ultimately creates the space itself. Point that we need to recognize from all of this are that, you know, consumers no longer exist, if they ever did, you know, at this kind of end point of a value chain, particularly when we're talking about media. We need to think about consumers as what he refers to as producers, these kind of productive users, you know, such that they are creating the very value chain that they are also on the kind of receiving end of. And so we need to move them back up the chain. What that means, but, is that we need to reorient ourselves in relation to where we see ourselves sitting on that value chain. And I'm certainly certain that, you know, all of the people who are remaking and remixing content care about this kind of safe, clean, well-lit, monetizable environment. So I think we need to change how we think about engaging in this space beyond, say, display or trying to sell ads against content, which isn't to say that we can't do those things. But I think effective participation in this space, or effective use of this kind of participatory space, might come from becoming participants in that space itself. I think this provides some sort of insight into how we can think about trying to make content, you know, that people want to pass along. And this is where I start to confront talking about viral videos. You know, we need to think about advertising and really all media content as providing cultural resources. That what is produced by the mass media comprises the raw resources for the production of popular culture. That what we need to do is we need to rethink consumers as these kind of active participants in the spaces in which we're all participating. We need to rethink the role of media to be participants in that space. As such, I think we need to look at that space itself to understand how we should be participating. But I think, you know, we need to think about encouraging people to talk about things more than trying to just, you know, drive the significance of what we've done through, you know, gross number of views or something as a way to work out effective participation in this space. And that is all I have to say. So thanks.